Good morning. I think I've got everything working now. This is my first Facebook Live out here on my Craft Your Creations page, and I'm going to just refresh here and make sure I'm live. Yes, there I am. Look at me. I'm Debbie from craftyourcreations.blogspot.com, and today I'm coming to you with what I'm calling Template Tuesday. Now, Template Tuesday is going to come, I'm going to try and do it the second and the fourth Tuesday of every month. So anyway, that's my goal. I'm going to keep to that goal, I hope. And what it is, so you're going to get a template here. I'm going to go ahead and pin my replay. Here we go. I'm going to go, there we go. Perfect. What is Template Tuesday? So Template Tuesday means not every Tuesday, the second and fourth Tuesday of the month, I am going to come to you with a new template. And I just create my templates and on scrap paper, extra paper, whatever you have left over. And then I write the card base or all the card directions like on the inside. And this particular one has 2 sets, and I'm going to tell you why. And then I'm keeping mine, and I numbered it, number 1, because there might be times when I come to you and I'm actually maybe going to be pulling from it one we've used previously. But this will be a great way to start building up your templates for cards, because let's face it, if you make a lot of cards, eventually you do repeat the same pattern over and over, but that's okay. I do it all the time. But sometimes when you get new paper, new designer series paper, new stamp set, you want to, there's a pattern that, or a template that you might think, oh, that would look really cool with this. So I decided to start creating templates and keep them in a little case. Now for right now, I'm going to use this case. I don't know how many will fit in here. We'll see. I have plenty of other templates yet. I just don't have them designed and ready to like have them in here. But as we move along on our Tuesdays, you will begin to see more of them and this fill up. And eventually I may go to a different type of container, or I may keep, 10 or 15 in this. I'm not sure how many will fit. It'll depend on, how many layers are on each one. So what are we making today for Template Tuesday, our first Template Tuesday? So this was originally my cards that I did. I think it was for my December monthly club ladies. And I think we actually made this one, or I might have made this one on the video. I can't remember. Just a different kind of layout. This all still fits in a normal envelope. It ends up to be about 4 1/4, depending on how far you bring this out. That's the only thing you have to keep track of, is how far you bring this square out. And we were using the framed florets bundle that back in December. So this was based around that. Now we are still going to use this die cut for today, but we're using the Happiness Abounds, because this is the bundle we are using for monthly club for February. So I decided to pull it in with the same template, and we're going to use this little flower, and I am using this same little die cut. Now, what we are also using is the Dandy Design DSP. So the Dandy Design DSP is free with 50. And what you will get with how I'm working this little ordering special for today is, if you place an order for $35 before shipping and tax, you will get 12 sheets of 6x6. Right here they are. And you'll get the supplies to make all 4 cards. If you place a $35 order before shipping and tax, $35 before shipping and tax, you'll get this and this mailed to you for free. If you up it to the $50, which right now during celebration, you would also earn a celebration item. Excuse me. I will also add a package of the Iridescent. I have one right here. I think I have a full package. The Iridescent Pearls. So if you up your order to $50, you will get one of these free, and you will get to pick a celebration items. And we have lots of new items added in the celebration choices. So just to go over that one more time, if you want to get one of each of these 6x6 and the supplies to make all 4 cards I'm going to show you today, You place a $35 order before shipping and tax. Now you have to use the host code link that is provided in the link in this video. You'll see it there. I have put it out there, and I will double check at the end of the video just to make sure. Now, this will be good for, and oh shoot, I forgot to look at my calendar to give you a date. I'll put it out there. Probably 10 days or so. I have to look at like when my next Tuesday will come up so that I don't overlap, but it'll probably be about 10 days, but I'll put the date out there. I will add that. Anyway, so I will move this out of the way. This is what all the paper looks like. Just a quick look at all of them. Slide over this way. There we go. Okay, so let's move these out of the way. And like I said, we're using the Happiness Abounds in Monthly Club. We're going to move that out of the way. Now, here's the 4 that I designed that I'm going to put together for you today. I used Balmy Blue, Fresh Freesia, Petal Pink, and again, I use Balmy Blue. It's one of my favorites. I probably should have pulled it. You know, there's so many colors in this paper. I could have pulled in so many different options here. And of course, on the inside, you can either stamp. Let me see which one. Yeah, I stamped a different flower on the inside there. Or, of course, you can add your DSP on the inside. And what did I do on this? Yes, DSP. I did 2 with DSP and 2 with flowers, or 2 with stamping. So you have options there. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get started. Now, you'll also get the PDF if you place, excuse me. I woke up this morning like feeling like I had sinus ickies going on, so I don't know what's going on. I'll go over the measurements once here with you. Now I'll bring back in here my little template. So let's open this back up. So I have 2 different measurements because on my first cards, these here, I layered the DSP on top of the card base. In today's cards, because I felt like I wanted a contrasting color behind the DSP, I did a different layer. So that's why I have 2 different sets of measurements in my template. One for if your card base, like this particular one, is darker. So for me, I was okay with it going on the Balmy Blue. But in this particular case, I didn't want to do these like this. Not saying that you can't. I just chose to put another layer. That is why in my descriptions or my measurements here, you will see 2 different layers or 2 different measurements. Whew, lost my words there for a minute. 2 different measurements going on here. So I will go through that as we go along here. So our card base, I'm actually going to just look from here. Our card base is 3.5 by 11, of course, scored in half at 5.5. And I burnished that really good. And then we have a piece of DSP that's 3 by 5. And I'm just going to do some of my double checking just to make sure. I always have to double check the first one. And then the first layer is going to be 3.25 by 5.25. And I was going to actually put these all on first. And guess what I forgot to do? So you wouldn't have to watch me assemble DSP onto layers. I was going to get most of these done, but I forgot. Okay, so this is going to go, well, maybe it's going to go here. This is going to go here just like this. And then we're just going to go ahead and attach this to the front. These are actually really simple. This is a simple layout to do. Easy's good. I like having easy. Now I'll do my best to watch for comments on the Facebook feed. And then if I see anything pop up. This is, like I said, my first time doing a Facebook Live, so I don't expect a whole lot out there, and I'm okay with that for today. Okay, so words I use several different words. I used a couple words from the Happiness Abounds. I used one set of words from Friends Are Like Seashells, and I used words from the Go-To Greetings, which the Go-To Greetings is one of my favorite greeting sets. right now. So for this one, let's go ahead. We're going to use the hello from the go to greetings. And I'm going to kind of just stamp it right. Let me slide this down a little bit. Oh, no, I'll crooked here. We're going to just do it right there. And I got a little halo effect there. You see how that works? We all make mistakes. I have used this hello so much that I really have to push it on. There we go. Now we got it. Okay, so there's that. That's really all we're stamping right there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in, yes, my blending brush. And I'm just going around the edges. Now, you don't have to do that part if you don't want to. I am one that and it's going to be hard to even see it in the video. Hopefully I don't have too much glare going on here. I'm one that doesn't like the streak white, I guess you could say. I like to have a little color, shaded color behind it. So now we're just going to layer, 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 just like this. So this piece here is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and then, or sorry, 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, and then 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. They're just each stepped up. So we're just going to layer all 3 of these on here, just like this. So let's go ahead and add these. And we're just going to put this here. And we're going to do this here. And then what I'm going to do is, I don't always bother punching all the little die cuts out of these, as you can see. I kind of leave some of them in. It doesn't bother me. Of course, if you don't want them in, you don't have to leave them in. And then I just use my mono glue. And just do a little bit of dab, dab, dab in places. Let's get some up there in that spot and right here. Okay. And then I'm going to just push this down on top. Okay. Now, I will die cut one of these and show you the new mini too, but I already had a couple of them done. I should have pulled out the color I hadn't done yet. But we will pull out one and die cut one. But I did do this ahead of time. I've already stamped and die cut one of the little tiny flowers, and we're just going to pop this up right here with dimensionals. And somewhere I have misplaced my take your pick tool. So right now I'm just using an old one, but I know I have, well, excuse me. I actually have more than one take your pick tool, but I know one of them is in a container that I take to classes, but I can't find the one I had on my desk. So either it got packed away also, or it's in a bag or something somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, and I'm just going to pop this right there, just like that. Now, this is where your grid paper comes in handy, or a ruler. And what you want to do, I have the metric side out because I think the other side was dirty, so I just flipped it. I used both sides. We don't want to go past 4 1/4 because you want it to fit in your envelope. So I kind of put it, right at about 4, maybe 4 1/8, just so I know. And what I'm going to do is actually flip this over like this. Stuck to my finger. And then what we're going to do is add our dimensionals to this area right here. You want to make sure you know where you're at when you're flipping it over so that you don't add the dimensionals to the wrong side. How do I know that? Because I did it on one of them. When I flipped it, I like turned it and flipped it or something. And I even, as I was putting them down, I even thought, am I putting these on in the right spot? And I was not. And the problem with putting them on in the wrong spot is when you do try to clean it back off, you know, this is being shown from the outside. So you have to be careful with that part. So right now we are in the middle of, excuse me, we are in the middle of celebration. So actually we're probably past the middle of celebration. We are like coming down on like only a couple weeks left of celebration. And celebration means for every $50 you order, you can earn a free product. And we have $50 options and $100 options. And I put something on crooked here. So if you ever want to pull it back off, you can do the little huffing technique. Or you can always heat it up with your heat gun. Of course, this time it's not going to work for me. I'm going to leave it. We're just going to go with the flow here. Figures on my first one. I'm going to have problems, issues. We're not going to worry about it, right? So now on the inside, let's go ahead and we are just going to stamp the flower down there in the corner, and then we're going to add this to the inside of our card, and then we're going to bling it up. Blingity bling. So let's bring in, let's see what we got left here on this one. So remember, if you order $50 with that post code link, you will get a whole package of this iridescent pearls included with it. And I love these pearls. These have kind of replaced like our regular basic pearls. I haven't used our regular basic pearls in a long time. Kind of feel like I'm neglecting them. Add a little bling there. There we go. So there's our first card. What do you think? Now remember, they're all going to be very similar, but yet different because we're going to be using different color combos each time. So now let's bring in the fresh freesia or freesia. I'm not exactly sure how the exact correct way to say it is. I need to get a drink really quick of my tea. I'm a tea drinker. I'm not a coffee drinker. All right, let's close this up. And let's bring this in right here. Okay, so this particular one, we are going to do the same thing here. And of course, either one of these sides will work. Both are so pretty. This is awesome paper. This paper is very versatile. You can use this paper with so many different types of cards. I used it in my catalog kickoff party. Everybody got some of this and we made we did note cards with it, which were rather, and a little holder for it. So it was really cool. I thought they turned out great. Okay, there we go there. And this time, actually, I didn't get out the big flower. Now I used the 2 flowers in here more than the rose petals myself. And I actually like roses, but for some reason I was drawn to the flowers a little more. Not sure why. But let's go ahead and stamp the big one on this one. And then we'll go ahead and add our inside. And that goes there, just like that. And then this time, let's see, let's do a thank you. I'm heavy-handed today with my tapping here. It's not normal. Because I've noticed with some of our words, you do have to be careful how you tap down. Okay. And that is a little crooked. Let's try this again. Actually, I'm going to try it right here again, but I'm going to see. See, we all make mistakes, even on camera. Well, I'm going to make it work. I'm not sure what the deal is because I know that looks straight now, but. Can you believe I did that? So now I have to pull out, I'm going to pull out a different one. Dang, Debbie. Let's clean it. We are going to do a quick clean here. And yes, I know my cleaning pad is well loved. This one is about ready to be like done. Okay, let's try this again. Use my lines. Woohoo! What was that, like the fourth time's a charm? And again, I'm going to bring in one of our blending brushes. Oh, wait, do I have one? Here's one with, yes. And I'm just going to go around the edges. Now, when I blend, I tend to hold and control the brush area. I know some people do it kind of like this. I can't do it that way myself, but whatever feels comfortable for you. And I'm a light-handed blender. If you're a heavy-handed, then you have to be careful about how much you put on so you don't get it too dark. So there's that. And then we're just going to attach our layers again. Let's see if Debbie can put everything on straight this time. There we go. And again, we're just going to add a little bit of mono glue to our die cut. Yes. Oh, and today is February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. Wasn't even thinking about that when I realized it was the second Tuesday I was going to start. I actually was going to start this in January, and I found every excuse as to why I didn't start it in January. I don't know why. I've gone live before on Facebook, but not this business page. I've done it on my team page many times. I've done it on another demonstrator page that I've recently started. So it's not like I haven't done Facebook Lives. I don't know why I was putting it off here, but I was for whatever reason, but here I am today. And I actually told my husband, don't come barging in. I actually locked the door in my craft room because everybody is notorious. Even though I put a sticky on the door if I'm recording or something, I swear to God, nobody in my family can read sometimes because they come in anyway. He said he was going to stand outside the window and photobomb, but he's not out there. Okay, that little guy there. And again, We're going to bring our ruler in and not go past the 4 1/4 and add dimensionals here. Now, I probably use more dimensionals than most people would. I love dimensionals, and if I'm popping something up, I don't want it to sag anywhere, especially in the middle. Sometimes that's what happens on a bigger piece. So I probably use more than most people would, but to me, dimensionals are very inexpensive, and I like the effect of dimensionals. Excuse me. So what do you guys all got planned for Valentine's Day? I'm not a big celebrator on Valentine's Day, but today's Taco Tuesday for us anyway. So he doesn't even have to worry about it because we are already going to Taco Tuesday. So nothing special has to be planned. Let's see. It's always fun trying to decide where you want to put your dimensionals, put your bling. Maybe this time 3. I think I'll use a couple of the little bit bigger ones. Just so you all know, he is standing outside my window right now, but I'm ignoring him. So there's our next one right there. Whoops, let's hold it straight, Debbie. So there's that one, and our fresh freesia. What do you think? So afterwards, I'm going to have to ask, like, what's their favorite? Okay, so our next one here is going to be Balmy Blue. And we're going to go ahead and put this away. I'm going to look here. Yes. And just do some double checking there. Okay, so let's go ahead and add our DSP piece again. And that goes on there. I will post this out on my blog also, so it'll always be available, but there's that. Now, let's see, I didn't cut any extra pieces of DSP to put down here, so I'm not going to actually put that one in for right now. I'm going to save it, and I have to pull. I'm going to have to either go cut another one, or the last one, we won't do that part on it. So he is pounding on the window over here. Okay, words this time. So let's do the just because. And we are using Balmy Blue. And I'm sorry if you're going to see the top of my head. Now this one fits a little differently because it's a little bit bigger. There we go. There's that. And we are going to do die cutting this time. Wasn't sure if I had cleaned it. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in this beautiful new boho blue color that is coming out with the new in colors this year. And you say, how do I get one of these babies? Right now we have an ordering special going, or a joining special, a joining special going on. If you wanted to join my team, for $129, you can get this included and get $175 in product. This is an awesome, awesome joining deal right now. If you didn't want this, you can get this in the blue or the white. This is the new in color coming out for the 2023-2025 in colors. It'll come out in May. If you didn't want this, you could get for $99 plus tax. You just have to add the tax. You get free shipping. You could get $99 plus tax and $175 in product. it is like the best deal I have ever seen them do. So here's our little die from the Happiness Abounds, and we're just going to line this up here. Now, the other day we saw a video or out on our demonstrator planning Facebook page. They did a video. Before I put that on, I'm going to show you on how to make the minis. Well, actually, either one of our machines cut really, really smoothly. So the trick is to line it up like this. So you want to have your plate number 1, plate number 2, then we put our paper in the die, and I'll show you when I get it. And then plate number 3, and this, let me show you, there you go. Staggered back, these two are the same. And normally I was teaching people to kind of do it like this, which did seem to work, but I have to say when I tried it this way yesterday, it went through as smooth as could be. So I have that lined up, that lined up. We're going to put this down here. And then I'm going to put this in here. Now, some people tape theirs down. I don't usually, unless for some reason like it is moving around or something, but I don't usually worry about it. But you see how easy that pulled right through there and clamped so easily? I have to say this machine is awesome. And I hadn't cut with this new mini yet. I haven't, the other mini, and I've used that one. That's the one that I normally use at my desk, but I had decided I should get this one and use it. And the nice thing is, see, it folds up and you just move it away so quickly. Okay, now let's bring our card back in. So we are layering here. Oh, before we do that, let's add some ink. I already had some on this one, so I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like Night of Navy or something, but I don't have specific a blending brush for every color yet, I say. I do have some of them that have stickers on the back because I've used them at events, so I have labeled some of them. But right now I have a clean pot and a dirty pot, and I just rotate them out. But I think one of these days I will probably end up with enough of them that I can label each one. And now we have the new mini blending brushes. I'll show you here. I'll pull them out. There's that one. So here's our mini size, and here's our regular size. And I love it. I love that we finally came out with a mini. I love our blending brushes. I am a true advocate for our blending brushes. Now, I'll admit I have other blending brushes, not of any specific brand. I was using blending brushes long before we had them, and I bought them at Amazon. But I was thrilled when we came out with our own because I love blending brushes. I use them all the time. I like them better than when we were using our sponges. And don't get me wrong, I used to use those all the time too. I just like the way the blending brushes work. They are my #1 favorite, and you will see me use them a lot out here. So, okay, so let's go ahead and put this down. Now, this one's going to be a little different. We might come off the edge a little more. Bigger word there. And then let's put our, dimensionals on our flower. Now the last one we won't assemble completely because I forgot, or because I messed up that. That's probably good. I messed up stamping my word on that one, front and back. And I don't have another piece laying right here cut. You'd think I would, but. So we're going to put that there. And you know what would be really, I was just thinking this, what would be really pretty on these? You could color these with Wink Stella. Wouldn't that be awesome? That would just add a little bit of glimmer to all of it. Okay. So we're going to flip this like this. Go about right there. put these down. Well, hopefully everybody's getting all the goodies they want for Valentine's Day. My husband used to get me flowers on Valentine's Day. I tell him not to anymore. I feel like it's just a cost that I got to a point that it was like he would get me roses and he would get me the color I liked. But I did teach him that Safeway used to have them relatively inexpensive. You could buy a bouquet of them, even on Valentine's Day. But I finally got to a point, it was like they were just jacking up the price so much on Valentine's Day. I said, it's not worth it to me. So, I mean, I appreciate the thought process of it, but I'm okay with not getting it. It does not bother me one bit. He asked me what I wanted for Valentine's Day. I said, I'm good. We're going to California next month for a wedding, so we'll be gone out of town. You know, we got other things going on. And I said, I'm actually fine. I really didn't care. Don't care about the flowers. I know they said how many billions of dollars were being spent on Valentine's Day this year. But if you like getting flowers and chocolates today, I hope you get everything you want out of it. Like I said, it's just doesn't bother me. All right, this one, I think I'm just going to put the 3 on. And again, I didn't do the inside because I was going to show you the paper and I didn't cut unless I have a piece here. Let me see if I have like a strip. That one. Or I might on this one, if nothing else, I can do it with this piece. It's the back side. Nope. Just trying to find the back side. And see if I had any little pieces of, oh, I see some down here. Let me see what I got. Oh, too small. Okay. Not quite long enough. Where did I just have it? Oh, here it is. So let's just cut a 1/2 inch piece off of here. Because I like, now you can make them as wide as you want or as thin as you want. That other one would have worked great, except it was a little too short. I could have made it work, but it is. And then I'm just going to add, this is how I always add my DSP or my little strips like this. And then I just trim that off. And now we can add this to the inside, and this will show you what it looks like. So you can do either or, and you could always decorate the envelopes too. Gosh, never forget about decorating the envelopes. This time I put adhesive. I don't usually put adhesive around the whole thing on the inside of the card. I usually just do top and bottom. All right, now the last one I'm not going to even assemble because you get the idea for one. I know you know what I'm doing here, what I've got going on with all 4. And I messed up that one card, and but it would have been this one here. We'll do this part at least. So you'll see what this looks like on this, but yes, this is awesome paper. And this is a great pack of paper. Like you could get this pack of paper free with your 50. So if you up your order, excuse me, to the $50, remember you get a package of the Iridescent Pearls, and then you would get a free celebration item, which you could get a whole 12 by 12 pack of this paper, which that's 48 sheets of paper, 12 by 12. That is a lot of paper that you will get free. All right. See if we can attach. Wow, I'm just really messing up today. Nip it. Right. Must be that lack of sleep. I actually woke up at 4 o'clock this morning because there was some light shining and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And anyway, long story. Won't bore you with the details of that. And of course, this would be our inside piece. And then this, I have to cut another white for that. But let's bring them all back in so I can show them to you all again. And I will show you all of them. I'll bring in this one that's already done. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to get the supplies to make all 4 cards. You don't get, all you need is any stamp set, honestly. Stamp set. You will get this little die cut. You will not get these because these are stamped, and you can, of course, replace with any words that you like, but you'll get the 12 sheets of DSP, all of these cut down right here, 6 by 6, and you'll get all the supplies to make these cards. You just need to place a $35 order using that host code on the link. And if you go to 50 or more, then you'll get a pack of the Iridescent Pearls. So you'll get a full pack of these. This is what I have left of this one. I love these. I'm telling you, I've gone through several of these so far. But you'll get a pack of those if you order 50 or more, and you get to pick a celebration item. Thank you so much for joining me. And like I said, I will put the date out there of how long this offer is good for. And then I will be back here again, if not before. It'll be the 4th Tuesday. So that should be the last Tuesday of the month because we have a short month. So I don't even know what the date is. I'll have to look it up. And I'll have a new template, and I'll have template number 2 in here. And yeah, it'll be exciting. So thank you so much for joining me today, or if you're watching on replay, and please comment if you're watching on replay, share what you make. You know, I always love to see what everybody comes up with. So anyway, thank you, everybody. Again, I'm Debbie at craftyourcreations.blogspot.com. Hope to see you again next time. Bye.